Yo, what is up? What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for another watch along video. It is the second quarterfinal of this year's AFCON. This is the game between Cameroon, yes, the five-time winners of this tournament, versus Morocco, the host country, and the number one, or the highest. Ranking country according to FIFA, or the highest ranking African country according to FIFA. Yes, because Morocco actually in 11th position in the FIFA rankings. Of course, that was boosted by their very impressive World Cup outing in 2022, in which they finished in fourth position. Actually lost was it against Croatia in the third place playoff? Yeah. So yes, this is the game that let's just say we have been waiting for this game. Yes, earlier on, we tested a very dead game between Mali and Senegal. Oh man, sorry to say, guys. Sorry to say, man. Good riddance to that game, man. There's such a poor game. Anyway, we have clearly seen better games. Only expected both teams to be way better, but unfortunately, that is the show that we were put that was on display for us. But unfortunately, for a Malian perspective, they were unable to overcome Senegal. Senegal eventually running out winners by virtue of a very gift of a goal for Emile Njai, goal that was gifted by the goalkeeper, the Malian goalkeeper. Yeah, so let's hope that this game is gonna be way better. And as you know, yes, whoever wins this game is gonna now go and meet the winner between Algeria and Nigeria, which is gonna be the other semi-final game that's gonna be played. Is it tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow from 10 p.m. So yeah, so definitely Senegal now into the semi-final. They await the winner between Cote d'Ivoire and Egypt, match that is gonna be played tomorrow from 1900 hours, and that is actually 7 p.m. Kenyan time. Anyway, guys, if you're here and it is your first time, please make sure you smash a like on the video, and of course subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Make sure you're out there, man. And of course, all woman subscribing to the channel, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit the like button as well. Yeah, so both teams have already made their way onto the pitch. We're just waiting for the national anthems to be played. Of course, we're gonna start with Cameroon, because they're actually considered as the home country in this game, not because Morocco is not playing at home, but sometimes that is how they do some of these draws. Because of course, Morocco being the host country, they can't play all their games will be considered as the home country. At times they need to be seen as the away side. So that is why Cameroon appear in first. And of course, Cameroon, of course, given the privilege of wearing their home jerseys, of course, their usual jerseys of red t-shirts and green shorts. So yes, as for both lineups, can clearly see for Cameroon, yes, of course, that has always been their system in this game. This time around, they play with a 3-5-2, a passing goal, Malone, Koto, and Tolo in defense. They've got Chobadeo, Avom, Baleba, Namoso, and Nagida in midfield. And then, of course, Brian Mbumo, it's actually Brian Mbumo, and Kofan as the forward. So Mbuemo and Kofan will be the guys that will be tasked with creating and of course getting the goals for this Cameroonian team, which was able to overcome a very average South African team in the previous round by virtue of 2-1. As for Morocco, as always, they're always playing in a 4-3-3. Yeah, they like to play the modern system. So they have Bono in goal, Hakimi, Agea, Masina, and Mazraoui in defense. Elanui, Saibari, and Khalous in midfield. Then, of course, Brahim Diaz on the left, or on the right, Ezalzuli on the right, and of course, El Kabi continues to appear up front. In fact, is this guy actually scored a goal this tournament? Has he scored a goal? I don't know if he has, but anyway, I don't know why the manager has clearly persisted with this guy. It's clearly persisted with this El Kabi fella. Yeah, it's normally been brought off in many all the games that they have played this AFCON. And of course, in the previous game, Morocco were able to overcome a very stubborn Tanzanian team. Yeah, so it was not really the best game as far as Morocco are concerned, but at least they got the victory. That is what is needed. And like I said in the previous stream, what you just need in this tournament is just ensure at least you win the right games, because that is how Ivory Coast managed to win the tournament last time out, because they got themselves into the final by. In fact, they were actually outplayed by the opposition in maybe 3 of their knockout games. The only team that actually outplayed was DR Congo and Nigeria in the semi-final and the final. But in their games in the quarter final and in the round of 16, they actually outplayed by Mali and was it Senegal. So clearly shows you that sometimes what you need is not really the best style of football, but maybe also luck on your side. Anyway, guys, make sure you are liking the video and, of course, subscribing to the channel if you are not already subscribed. If it's your first time on the channel, please make sure you smash a like on the video and, of course, subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed. Let me look at this. Yeah, this is actually Mr. Bradley actually talking about the game yesterday between Arsenal and Liverpool. In fact, there was an incident right at the very end of that game where Bradley actually went down injured, but Martinelli thought that he was play acting, rather wasting time, so he went to push him outside over the line. But unfortunately, yeah, it led into a bit of a scuffle at the end. So yeah, that is why maybe Mr. Bradley. Yeah, I think I don't know. Are you a passionate? Are you actually a Liverpool supporter? Because from your messages, it seems like you are clearly on the side of Liverpool, which I think is actually on the right side, because clearly it was very wrong of Martinelli, and the FA Football Association has decided not to punish him further, because they saw that you know what, they were just wanted to be a bit lenient on him, because clearly that was not very good as far as he was concerned. Because whenever a player goes down and there's no opponent next to him, then clearly it's normally a very, very serious injury. So, game is just about ready to start. Yeah, for Morocco. They are playing in their match changed kit of all white. I think this is the first time that they're using all white at this tournament, because in the previous games they have been playing with their favorite jerseys of red t-shirts and green shorts. While today, at least they changed things. They changed to their. I think it's actually their away jersey. It's actually their away jersey. So we're just about ready to start. Yeah, both teams taking their rightful positions, and of course we're gonna be starting this game soon. Yeah, so like I said, yeah, Morocco, yeah, had a very hard fought victory against what's the name of this team, Tanzania, in the previous round. So let's hope that at least today they're gonna play way better. Let's hope that today they're at least gonna perform a bit better. And of course, in that game, could clearly see that they're not really underwhelmed, but Tanzania were a bit stubborn. Tanzania were a bit stubborn for that Moroccan team. So we're just about ready to start. Yes, we are off. We are off. Brahim Diaz kicks us off. Masina chooses to go long, looking for El Canus. Picked up by Koto, clears long, but didn't really go far. Is now with Hakimi already on the attack. Brahim Diaz, it's out for a throw-in. It's gonna be a throw-in to Morocco. Thrown in by Brahim Diaz. Is now again back to Masina. So guys, make sure you are liking the video and of course subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Was that a handball? Yes, big appeal from Brahim Diaz. This is now Namoso coming forward. Namoso well intercepted by Elanui. So it's cleared out of play. So this is gonna be a throw into Cameroon. So of course, early appeal is clearly not gonna be a penalty because his arms are closely tucked in close to his body. So of course, you never see penalties given for such. Not gonna be given a penalty for such. So let's hope that at least for today, gonna see a much better game from Cameroon. I can clearly see here their system is very, very, I don't say defensive, but they're more or less set up to play on the counter. They clearly do not want to maybe go all gung ho, which is something that I think many teams would like to do. But for Cameroon, they're just happy to sit back, soak up pressure, especially in today's game, as they did against South Africa. But eventually, they managed to get a victory. So, of course, this is a much better, bigger test for them. I don't know whether they're just gonna win it by sitting back. Maybe if they were to maybe progress to rather go into extra time and eventually penalties. So guys, make sure that you are liking the video and of course subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And for any returning subscribers, please make sure that you support the channel by liking the video. Oh, sorry guys, I've not displayed the scoreboard. What the heck am I doing, man? What the heck am I doing, man? Sorry guys, sorry guys. I didn't even noticed. I don't notice. I did not display the scoreboard. Hey, El Pasi is put under pressure. Supposed to go long. Looking for Kofane. This is Namaso. Namaso intercepted by Masina. This is Mazraoui. Back to this is Luke Saibari. Saibari happy to concede the throw in. So yeah, so clearly the early running, for Morocco. So that is how they play their games, man. That is how they play their games, Yeah. But I think, is it really a feature of not African teams? Because Egypt also play the exact same way. They where they want to go on the all-out attack. So do Morocco. I think Tunisia are just the anomaly. Tunisia is one of the teams that clearly in this tournament, oh man. Sometimes you wonder even how they qualified, man. Chamado just to go long looking for Mbuemo, intercepted by Masina. Avob with the header, it's out of play. So it's gonna be a throw into Cameroon. So this is Malone. Malone being hustled by Kabi. No foul, yeah? There a foul? There a foul? And the referee at least has allowed advantage. No, he didn't. So it's actually gonna be free kick to Cameroon. Hey, these past 5 minutes have gone by so fast. I don't even notice that 5 minutes had passed. So guys, make sure you are liking the video and of course subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If it's your first time on the channel, please make sure you do smash a like on the video and of course subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. And of course, if you are watching this stream and you have not yet subscribed, please do me that awesome favor of liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Call on Ibrahim Diaz right on the edge of the box. So it's going to be a free kick to Morocco. Let's see what they're going to do from this free kick. And of course, guys, also utilize the comment section. Make sure you guys vote in the poll. I have a poll running. Whom you think is gonna carry the day? You think Morocco are gonna win? You think Cameroon? Do make sure that at least you vote in the poll. Currently it's at 50-50. So let's at least get in more votes in the poll. Yeah. So it's gonna be a free kick to Morocco. I think Brahim Diaz is the one who's gonna take it. No, Kalkanous cleared by was that Kofane? Yeah, it's actually Kofane with the header. So it's going to be a free kick or a corner to Morocco. So corner to Morocco. Yeah, Hakimi. Of course, the guy who's always on set piece duty for this Moroccan team. So Kimi, low cross into the box. Yeah, it's gonna be another corner. So we didn't really do much with that. So close to the box. Yeah, Mbuemo able to collect the ball. Picked up by Baleba. Baleba play mini Mbuemo. Ah, come on, Baleba. Situational awareness, man. These guys were steaming forward, man. You should have seen the run, man. Clearly should have seen the run, man. And well defended by Morocco. They're being hustled by Saibari and Agea, so it's clearly crowded out. This is Malone. Malone back to Koto. Koto at the back for Cameroon. Baleba. Baleba. The heck is he doing? Is Koto. Koto, is he gonna go long into Namaso? It was actually Avom. They turn it over. It's picked up by Zalzuli. Zalzuli, nice tackle by Chamadeo. It's picked up by Mazraoui. Mazraoui. Yeah, looking for Saibari. 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 Into the box. Ah, well defended by Koto. They are taken down by Namaso, but this game, man, quite physical, man. Quite physical. Is Hakimi. Hakimi, yes. Hakimi is brought down. It's gonna be a free kick to Morocco. Hey, it's actually Hakimi territory. This free kick is actually in Hakimi territory. Let us see what he is going to do, man. Clearly being hustled by Tolo. Tolo unable to get the ball, but of course he had to bring down Hakimi. So this is gonna be a free kick opportunity for Morocco. Just a little bit outside the box. If you actually take this nicely, this is just gonna rather fly into the back of the net. Anyway, guys, make sure you are liking the video and, of course, subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If you are here and it's your first time, welcome to the Vinskey Valor YouTube channel. Of course, smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Yeah, so it's a free kick to Morocco to be taken by Hakimi. Hey, this looks dangerous. This clearly looks very, very dangerous. This might actually fly into the back of the net. But then let's see. Hakimi, set piece duty. These are actually dangerous. These are very, very dangerous free kick, man. Yeah, remember in the previous game, from a similar position, Hakimi actually took it over actually hit it over the wall, but could not actually clear the goal. Rather, it did clear the wall, but he actually hit the crossbar. So it's clearly a threat. It's clearly a threat by Morocco. Hakimi, oh, ah. Man, what the heck was that? Honestly, what the heck was that? Wasted a very, very big opportunity for Morocco. Ah, these guys, man. Sometimes you try to be too smart for your own good. Just take the direct free kick, man. Just hit it into the goal, man. Don't try and be all this fancy stuff while you try to play in Brahim Diaz. Now, are you going to get another chance like that? Who knows, man? That was a chance. Sometimes these teams, man. Decision making, man. Decision making, Hakimi. Come on, Hakimi. Anyway, Saibari kicks it long, intercepted by Koto, headed away by Aguirre. Baleba with a header, foul Saibari. So that was actually Baleba. So this is gonna be a free kick. Actually, it's a free kick to Morocco. So guys, also make sure that if you are a returning subscriber and you have not yet liked the video, please make sure you do me that awesome favor of liking the video as well. And of course, if you have not voted in the chat, make sure you also cast your vote. If you fancy Morocco to win, you fancy Cameroon, yeah, do make sure that at least you do vote in the poll. This is Mazraoui. Mazraoui coming forward. Was he brought down? Yep, he was brought down. Yeah. And Mazraoui is actually playing against his club teammate in Mboemo. So, but of course, they're not really, well, it's not really Mboemo marking Mazraoui. Oh, hope Chamado is gonna be okay, eh? Oh, yeah. Because Mazraoui fell on his knee, so yeah, a bit of treatment for Chamadeo. So let's hope he's gonna be okay, eh? Let us hope that he is going to be okay. Clearly don't want to see players getting injured like that, eh? It's very unfortunate. As far as the head-to-head record is concerned, the most recent game was in 2021. Yeah, the African Nations Championships. That is actually the Chan tournament. On that day, Morocco ran out 4-0 winners. And of course, in 2018, in AFCON qualification, Morocco also actually won 2-0. Then, of course, in 2017, Cameroon actually won the game against Morocco. And so the head-to-head is quite close. It's quite close. So let me see whether I can get many other head-to-head games between these two. Yeah, so as far as the head-to-head record is concerned, Morocco have won 1, 2. Actually, I've only won 2 games, eh? While Cameroon have also won 2, while the rest have been draws. So, can clearly see that it's actually been a very closely contested game, eh? Even from history. This is El Zalzuli versus Mbuemo. Is to Mazraoui. Mazraoui, Zalzuli into the box. When it's intercepted by Tolo, picked up by Saibari to the box. Cleared by that Koto. So it's gonna be a corner to Morocco. Eish. Hakimi was also lining up to head that ball into the back of the net. Yeah, this Hakimi fella, man, ever since Luis Enrique went to PSG, his game has actually been reinvented because he now gets forward very, very much. He was always bombing forward on that right-hand side, even to occupy center-forward positions, which is actually good. That is what you need to see, man. Hakimi cross into the box. Yep. It's cleared by Malone. It's out for another through corner for Morocco. Lanui, I think he even missed his header. So it's another corner for Morocco. Hakimi to the box. Cleared by Baleba. It's now with Mbuemo. Nice tackle on Mbuemo. Clearly curtailed that counter attack. It's Brahim Diaz. Yatolo just clears the ball. Hakimi restarts play quite fast. Free kick for Morocco. Foul on El Kanous. Foul on El Kanous. Yeah. Kofan is, in fact, is even back there defending for his team. Surely shows you how Morocco have been on the back, or on the front foot, while Cameroon are just happy to sit back. Like, not really happy, but they have actually been pegged back. Hakimi into the box. It's gonna be another corner. That looks like a high boot, but he's actually the one who, yeah, the foot was kind of low, but also so was his head. So at least the referee has been merciful towards him and actually given him the free kick. So started by Koto, a passy chooses to go long. Ish, Morocco have already had 5 corners. Sheesh. Eh. Namasa, to the box looking for Mbuemo. You know what Bono is doing there. He's a lucky boy, huh? And it's a throw into Cameroon to be taken by Chamadeu. This is gonna be a long throw opportunity coming for these guys. Yeah, so guys, make sure you are liking the video and of course subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Chamadeu, the long throw, yes, goes into the box. Easily cleared by Morocco. Picked up by Baleba. Baleba almost turned it over. Nice play by Malone. Malone looking for Mbuemo on the far side. Mbuemo into Nadiga. Nadiga loses out, man, to Brahim Diaz. Yeah, Brahim Diaz clearly, yes, saw so much industry. He's actually scored in every game of the tournament so far. Yeah? Scored in the first game against Comoros. Also scored against, was it Mali? He also scored against, this other team. It was Morocco's 3rd game of the tournament. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, Zambia, yes. And of course, Nizan also got the winning goal against Tanzania. So clearly, Brahim Diaz is the guy for Morocco in this tournament. Yeah, nice play by Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz, yeah, blocked off. It's actually a free kick. Aye. Eesh. No, man. Nunu Tolo is called Nunu Tolo. Nunu Tolo. Yeah, so Tolo, Nunu, following Brahim Diaz. It's another set piece opportunity for Morocco. Yeah, clearly it's been all Morocco since the game started. They have not given this Cameroonian team any chance to settle. So anyway, El Kanous in the box, overhit the cross. Cambo should have done a whole lot better with that. So, yeah, Cameroon have just been defending so far. But funny enough, with all the early running from Morocco, They've only been able to create one chance. Don't know who's this. Who's down? Is this Tolo? Who is this? Oh man, I hope the guy is okay. Because the way he's holding back tears. Oh no, what happened to him? What really happened? What really happened to Chamadu? Hey, hope he's okay. The stretcher has even been brought on, so looks like a serious injury, Oh no. Oh no, man. Oh, yeah, Chamado, yeah, the early injury. It seems like maybe he may have twisted his knee, or maybe it could also be a he may also have ligament damage. No, you don't want to see that, man. Because also remember in the also remember in the previous game, Egypt and Benin, Hamdi had a serious injury. He was stretchered off, but at least it was not a very serious. I honestly thought that he had suffered maybe either ligament damage or meniscus tear, but it was actually a muscle injury. And at least he's gonna be back. His tournament might be over, but at least he's gonna be back playing for his club soon, in early February. So at least gonna be out maybe for a month, because Hamdi plays for Pyramids FC. So yeah, so currently treatment ongoing for Chamado, so it's gonna be taken off. Yeah, Chamado is gonna be taken off. Yeah, the ever present left back for Cameroon. Is featured in all the games. So it's gonna be taken off. And who's actually gonna replace him? Let me see. Who is this guy gonna replace him? He's gonna be replaced by Ebimbe. So Ebimbe is gonna come on to replace Chamado. So who's actually the guy who came on? There's a guy who actually in the previous game against South Africa. There's a guy who came on and clearly really impressed. Let me see, who was it? Who was it? I'm forgetting the name of that guy. Against South Africa. Let me see. There's actually a guy who came on, because Cameroon also forced to make another change. Yeah, it was Yongwa that was forced who was forced off in that game, and then he was replaced by yes, it was Nagida. Nagida came on to replace him, and actually Nagida played well, but unfortunately he was also taken off later on. So maybe, who knows, maybe a bit of revisionism and deja vu for Cameroon, because whenever they have players coming on to play in that left back role or left wing back role, they do perform very well. Yeah. It's a foul by Kofane on Hakimi. It's gonna be a free kick. At least Chamado is up on his feet. It's good to see. That is good to see. He may have been stretchered off, but you can clearly see at least he's now up on his feet. So Elanui coming forward. Elanui, nice back heel. El Zalzuli. I know it. To the box. Well defended by Solo. That is actually Nono. Wonderful defending by Nono. So that is going to be another corner to Morocco. Another corner to Morocco. So let's see what they're going to do from this. Sheesh. Hey, Morocco, man. Clearly been on the attack, man. This team has been pegged back. Cameroon have clearly been pegged back in this game, huh? So Hakimi with a set piece opportunity. Hakimi to the box. Header. Brahim Diaz. Goal. Brahim Diaz again for Morocco. Eish, this guy, man, he's clearly put Morocco on his shoulders and he's just carrying this country, man. 5 goals in 5 games now. Eish. Hey. No matter what happens, man, this Brahim Diaz, I think he's gonna pick up the play of the tournament. Eish, Brahim Diaz, man. Right place, right time. Ball was flicked on. Then he just is able to get ahead of the goalkeeper and just score off his knee into the back of the net. This Tolo was appealing for an offside, but there was no offside, man. There was no offside there, man. So, yep, Morocco have taken the lead. Morocco have taken the lead. Goal scored by Brahim Diaz. Anyway, you can clearly say that that goal was coming. And fully deserved, man. Fully deserved. Fully deserved. Because Cameroon have been on the back foot in this game. Ever since this game started, Cameroon have clearly been on the back foot. Been all Morocco, man. In fact, Bono has not even had any kind of save to make. In fact, I think maybe this might be the second or third time that he actually gets the ball after 27 minutes. So that is how dominant Morocco have been in this game. Yeah, so yeah, Morocco clearly on their way to the semi-final. Yeah, to await the winner between Algeria and Nigeria. And whoever also makes it through between those two to meet maybe Morocco, it's also going to be a very, very interesting game as well. Hey, got a wonderful games lined up this year's AFCON. But I'm happy also to say that at least we have not had any underdog stories. Because underdogs sometimes do more or less mess the narrative. Nagida with a set piece opportunity for Cameroon. Yeah, Nagida. Let's see what Cameroon are going to do from this. Yeah, I'm sure Manchester United would want Cameroon to be eliminated because, of course, they want Mbuemo back for them. So, of course, if Cameroon were to lose, that means that Mbuemo is going to be going back to Manchester. Nagida into the box. Header over. Come on. Do something with that header. Spin ball in the box. Picked up by Mbuemo. Mbuemo dispossessed by Mazraoui. This is now Alkabi. Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz. Well marshaled by Malone. Yeah, Cameroon. The ball is now Nagida. Nagida loses out. So picked up by Mazraoui. So not Mazraoui. What's the name of this guy? Hakimi. But they turn it over. So this is Namaso. Namaso switches it over to the far side into Ebimbe. Ebimbe. Baleba into Koto. Koto goes long. Clearly overhit that pass. So guys, make sure that you are in fact liking the video and of course subscribing to the channel if you are not already subscribed. If you are here and it's your first time, please make sure that you support the channel by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Mazraoui just to go long looking for El Kabi. El Kabi with a header. Did he actually foul the guy? Yeah, he did. It's gonna be a free kick to Cameroon. It was a foul on Malone. Yeah, Brahim Diaz there, that earlier goal, man, was able to steal in a few yards at the back post. Wonderful flick on header by El Kabi into the path of Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz, one of the easiest goals that he scored, man, at this tournament. But the ball just brushed off his thigh. It's not even off his knee. It was off his thigh, man. So this Baleba, hey man, they lose it. Oh, they lose the ball. Ah, El Kabi, man, stop being too fancy, man. This is Mbuemo. Mbuemo coming forward to a Bimbe. Bimbe is unable to get to the pass. So it's gonna be throw into Morocco. Hey, these 30 minutes have flown by so fast, eh? Yeah, these 30 minutes clearly have been quite intriguing, eh? Clearly, definitely way better game than the one we saw earlier between Mali and Senegal. Eh? This one is clearly way better. But at least you've got one team wanting to go forward and at least be on the front foot. Because in the previous game, the other team was able to go on the front foot and eventually the winning goal was actually off a mistake by the goalkeeper. So Koto coming forward into Baleba, back to a Passy. Passy gonna be forced to go long. Passy goes long, looking for Mbuemo. Mbuemo with the awesome takedown. Rather not takedown, but got the ball down well, but unable to control it. Bono is able to clear it. Zalzuli able to find El Kabi. Ipasi into Malone. Malone is now with Mbuemo. Was he fouled? No, actually he got the ball, eh? So El Zalzuli, nice fast touch. Hey, Morocco, man. They clearly won this trophy, eh? They clearly won this trophy, eh? Hakimi. Yeah, this is Masina. Masina into Mazraoui on the far side. Zalzuli, El Kabi. Sorry, this is actually Saibari. This is Mazraoui. Okay. Zalzuli, what's going on, man? Are you okay? Referees are bothered, eh? But eventually, we have to stop play, eh? Because El Zalzuli is down, eh? Did he twist his knee or what? What really happened there? What really happened there? Did he actually get fouled by Bimbe? Okay. Yeah, there's a bit of fracas on the technical bench because it seems like okay, Bimbe actually tripped El Zalzuli, eh? I don't know whether the referee is gonna be to review that, eh? Because it was clearly in the box. But the ball was not really headed in their direction, eh? The ball was not going in that direction, so it was an off the ball challenge, eh? So anyway, still being checked by VAR. You know that it's been cleared, and it's been cleared already, so it's gonna be a drop ball for Morocco. Anyway, I think it's fair because the ball was not in any way close to the path of El Zalzuli. So no penalty. The referee was just told to wave it away, yeah? Hey, man. Still all Morocco, man. Brahim Diaz muscled off the ball. So this is going to be a goal kick to Cameroon. Yeah, Nagida held his ground well, huh? He's a passy. Passy into Baleba. Baleba, don't lose it. Into Koto. Clearly the high press from Morocco is working, eh? Because forcing Baleba to release the ball very quickly, eh? Hey, foul on who? Kofane, man. Hey, Kofane, man. It's clearly been a very difficult game for him so far. Eh? Not even had any kind of chance or shot or even successful pass into him. Eh? Just been committing fouls one after another. Just shows you how Morocco managed to keep him quiet. Goes long, Bono goes long. El Kabi is El Zalzuli. El Zalzuli shot! Ah, it's wide. Ah, nice shot though. Nice idea from El Zalzuli, eh? Yeah, El Canus know what they're appealing for there because clearly it was a 50-50 chance, eh? This is a Tolo, Dukoto, is a Passy. Passy chooses to go long again. Missed by Agea. This is a Kofane. Namaso. Namaso into the box. Nagida into the box. Just behind. Circled by Mbuemo. Unable to get to it. Saibari, this is El Zalzuli. El Canus. Is Brahim Diaz. Yeah, he was fouled by Koto. It's going to be a yellow card. So that was Tolo. Tolo. Tolo Nuhu. Nunu. For Mr. Fallon, Brahim Diaz. Yes, and of course, with that yellow, if they do get to the semi-final, he is going to miss the next game. It's clearly gonna be he's gonna be unavailable for his team. In fact, he's the captain of this Cameroonian team. So it's gonna be a free kick to Morocco. You know, this half has really gone by so fast, eh? This half has clearly gone by so fast, eh? The Moroccan fans are having a wonderful time, eh? They're just happy to do wave after wave after wave. Yeah, this stadium will actually be the one that will host one of the games at the World Cup. And I think it's the one that's gonna host the finals. It's the one that's gonna host the final. Maybe. Yeah, because the final is gonna be played in Rabat, capital city of Morocco. Is a gear into Mazraoui. That's played by Mazraoui. Zazuli. Baleba goes long. Looking for Kafane. Yeah, Kofane clearly is nothing an isolated and troubled figure out there. Eh? But of course, strikers do feed off chances and also maybe balls being played into them. But unfortunately for Kofan, he's just been winning 50, rather committing fouls in an attempt to win the 50-50s. A passy back to Koto. Cameroon, you need to pick up the tempo. You need to pick up the tempo because the onus is on you to win this game. They are high press they are clearly working for Morocco. Because every time the ball is picked up by either Baleba or Avom, just outside the Cameroonian box, you can clearly see that El Kanous, El Kabi, Saibari, and I think, yeah, those three just swamp on those players to deny them any kind of passing lane. Is Koto, is Baleba. Passy goes long. The way by Agea. What pass by Koto? Is Brahim Diaz. Is Brahim Diaz, man. And he's a good player. He's a good player. Yes, also for Madrid. Not really a guaranteed starter, but he plays enough games. This is Mazraoui. Mazraoui. Yeah, blocked off by Bimbe, so that's gonna be thrown to Morocco. Mazraoui, this is Kabi. No, not Kabi, that's the name of this guy. Saibari. Nice touch by Avom. Loses out. Now picked up by El Kanous. El Kanous. Bit of ricochet in a box, but ball is eventually picked up by a pass. Yeah, Morocco, they're more interested in blocking off the passing lanes. Here with the header, picked up by Avom into Nagida. Nagida was fouled. So it's gonna be a free kick to Cameroon. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Again, man, you're a lucky boy, because Kofane is still down. He clearly elbowed him in the neck. Come on, man. Are you gonna review that? Yeah, Kofane is still down, He's not moved. He was clearly elbowed in the neck by Agea. Actually, it was he took an elbow to the chin. And you're gonna have 5 minutes of added time in this half. 5 minutes of added time. So Mbumo that was a free kick. It's actually a free kick for Cameroon, Man like Brian Bumo. See what they're gonna do from this. Buemo to the box. Poor cross. Sometimes the quality of this delivery, especially from the quality of the deliveries, free kick, man, sheesh, clearly could be better. Clearly could be better. Deliveries have been very, very poor. Doesn't even clear the first defender. The box, Bono, easiest catch for Bono. He says Azuli Kaibari. Not a Kabi rather. Man, just wide. In a nice idea though, yeah. Trying to catch the keeper off far near post. Good idea though. Good idea. Wonderful run from El Zalzuli. Kabi unable to finish it. In fact, has this guy scored this tournament? This guy scored. I don't think this El Kabi guy has scored. He's just been picking assists in this tournament. Mazzara chooses to go long. Malone. Yeah. Nice turn by Namaso. Oh man, he has such a very damning start for Cameroon. They've only managed what? They actually in the according in this tournament they rank 23rd according to being able to string like over 20 passes in a game. So that clearly shows you that the kind of system that they play, it's clearly let us see what we can do off the counter. At least we try and stay in the game for as long as we can. Nice pass by Mbuemo. Namasi cleared. What's the next match is Wednesday or Thursday? I think it's gonna be Wednesday. The games are gonna be played on Wednesday. Then they have a bit of a break on Thursday, Friday, and then the third place game is gonna be played on third place game is gonna be played on Saturday. Then of course the final will be on Sunday. Your referee can just blow the whistle now. Cleared by Masina. Now with Koto. So that was Nagida. Is Malone. Hey, Cameroon clearly have no kind of cutting edge going forward. Anyway, that's halftime. That's halftime, guys. That is halftime. So, guys, make sure that you are, in fact, liking the video and, of course, subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. So that's halftime, guys. And clearly, it's just been one-way traffic. Just been what you call attack versus defense. Yeah, so the semifinals are gonna be played on Wednesday. Also follow the same pattern. Yes, both semifinals being played on the same day, starting with the Senegal versus the winner of Egypt versus Ivory Coast, and then later on the winner of Algeria and Nigeria versus either Cameroon or Morocco. Yeah, so the games are gonna start at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. That's when we're gonna have our first semi-final. Of course, the second semi-final is gonna be played at 11 p.m. 2300 hours. So, do you even need to look at the stats, guys? Do you even need to look at the stats? It's gonna be so overwhelming in Morocco's favor because the Cameroonian team has not even had a sniff of goal. Huh? See what I can do. Mm-hmm. Man, I can't really show you guys, but let me see. Let me see whether I can a different page. No, it's not being populated. Let me just refresh. Yep. See whether I can get it. Let me see whether I can get that page so you guys can also see the stats at halftime. It's clearly been one-way traffic. Yeah, one-way traffic. You guys will see. So here you go. Here you go. And you clearly see it's been all Morocco. Yeah. And of course, this period of play, I think it's the part where they had like 3 or 4 corners, back to back. Of course, Cameroon have been unable to go on the attack. Whenever they've gone on the attack, they just lose the ball going forward. Just lose the ball up front. Unfortunately, they are unable to create anything. As you can clearly see, 2 shots for Cameroon, no big chances. So 2 shots, 0 on target, 0 big chances. You can clearly see passes completed for Cameroon 83, an XG of 0.05 and 43% possession, while Morocco 57% possession, expected goal 0.68, total shots 5, shots on target 1, big chances 1. I think yes, because that Prime Diaz goal was actually a big chance, because he was just right in front of the goal. They just needed to funnel that ball over the line. So I don't know. Whom can Cameroon bring on to see whether they can change their fortunes? I know this Wu can come on. Oh, Yongo is back. I don't know why Yongo did not start in this game. Itayong is gonna come on at some point. Maybe to replace Kofan. And of course, Soko is also gonna come on. So anyway, we'll see what Cameroon do. As for Morocco, Al Hara, Munir, who else can come on? Taibi, Rahmi, and Nesri. Yeah, these are guys who normally come on for this Moroccan team later on. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen in the second half. Clearly, one-way traffic, one-way traffic. Anyway, guys, excuse me for a bit. I'm just seeing a replay of that goal. You clearly see that. You see now, this is the other challenge with the playing three central defenders at the back. Sometimes you don't really know whom you're gonna mark, because for Morocco, you can't really say that they've got the tallest guys on the pitch. Called the Brahim Diaz, the likes, they're not that tall. But somehow, if they're able to sneak in at the back post and convert that chance, clearly shows that it was actually poor defending from Cameroon, because they were unable to track the runners. Yeah, they were unable to track the runners. Whenever that ball doesn't did go into the box, you can clearly see that El Kabi rose highest to head to flick on the ball into the path of Brahim Diaz. So, see, that's all the reasons why I do not like a back five or a back three, because you have so many central defenders out there, and sometimes you sacrifice creativity in midfield or maybe attacking intent up front for more central defenders, whom, even when it comes to defending corners, it's not really a guarantee that you're gonna actually defend them properly. And eventually now, unfortunately now, that they also don't like the back three scores. Eventually now, when you're chasing the game, now you're forced to the impossible decision where do you actually change my shape, so that take off one central defender, maybe bring on a midfielder or an attacker, or just leave it as it is. So that's the other challenge, guys. That is the other challenge. That is why I do not like a back three at all. For me, it is one of the systems where I don't know why. Don't even know why that back three was invented in the first place. So maybe it's a system that many teams do like to play. Not really many teams, but yeah, more underdog teams like to play against big teams. Because I think if they play maybe more central mid defenders, that they're gonna at least park the bus and maybe prevent goals. But at the same time, they concede off very very maybe dubious corners or maybe chances. And as you can clearly see there, the game plan for Cameroon has not worked. So maybe they thought that they could just sit back, soak up pressure, maybe lay it off to Baleba, maybe Avom, and then maybe tell them to kick the ball long, because that is how Cameroon are playing. Cameroon are not really passing through midfield. They're more or less just kicking it long to Mbeumo and Kofan. So, so how long are they gonna keep that up? Is that style of play sustainable? I don't think it is. That style of play is clearly not sustainable. And eventually, when it becomes when actually now when you need to now honestly create for your strikers, you're unable to do so, because you're always just bringing balls to all them. They're just feeding off scraps. And then, unfortunately, now when you're bringing balls forward to your strikers, you need runners, either to run in behind or even just people to be around those strikers, because whenever they do get a flick on, you need at least somebody, one of the teammates, to be there even to collect the ball. That's why for me, I've never liked this whole direct style of football. Always said, you know what, the best way of football, you need to pass it on the ground, keep it on the ground. Not really do tiki-taka, but more or less, can choose to play the gegenpress, can choose to play the control possession tactic, or the tiki-taka where you're just patiently waiting for openings. Yeah. And to me, I'd say those are the games that actually yields a lot of control, because I haven't seen any country or any team win any kind of tournament with or league with a back three. Yeah, it has happened. Maybe there are anomalies. Maybe the Conte Chelsea team in 2017, but since then, you can clearly see back three do not work. Because it's not sustainable, guys. It is not sustainable. But anyway, guys do say that it's not really about the formation, but also your interpretation of the system. Because I don't know whether you guys do follow or do watch Sky Sports or this guy called Oliver Glasner. He's the coach of Crystal Palace. Yeah, I actually came across one of the videos that he did on Sky Sports. He broke down his system and he said, "No, what? Yes, my system might actually be a 3-4-3, but how I interpret it on the pitch is very different. I might actually play it in a 4-4-2, or sometimes I might play it in a 4-3-3, or sometimes I might even go to a 4-2-4, or even maybe a 3-5-2. So it all depends with how you interpret the system. But of course, for people like Amorim, who are completely concussed and so fixated on what they are on just one style of play, it clearly could not work for him because now when it came to making the right decisions up front, rather in the for the team, he'd actually go like for like, rather than maybe just take off one central defender or even maybe two, because that is what top clubs do. When you are chasing a game, you take off even two central defenders, even bring on midfielders or attackers. You have to have more control and create more chances. And sometimes it does work. 8 times out of 10, it does work. Sometimes, of course, it might not work, but you don't honestly need to, like Amorim, do like for like, take off a central defender for that central defender. But anyway, at least it's good riddance to that fella. He's gone, never to come back at Manchester United. So it's actually a good thing. Yes, it's actually a very, very good thing. Uh-huh. I can't name 10 defenders in the world who can play in two CB lineup against top players. Oh, play in two CB lineup against top players who can play in two CB. But what about the likes of I don't honestly understand that. Maybe Mr. Prince maybe can maybe explain it further. I don't really understand the comment. Can't name 10 defenders in the world who play in two CB line, in two center back lineup against top players. Okay, I do get you. Okay. Against top players. It does happen because when was this? I think it's more of whether you actually trust your system and actually trust your players out there, because you can actually play in we're underway for the second half. You can actually play two center backs. It more or less depends with maybe whether you'd allow maybe the central defensive midfielder to actually drop in behind and maybe become one of the defenders as well. But it all depends, guys. It all really depends. But of course, like I said, no top club. How many top clubs do you see play three central defenders? None. I don't see of any top club that does play with three central defenders. Because if you do play like that, you're of course gonna leave yourself short up front, because that means that you're sacrificing an attacker or a midfielder for a defender. And it's a free kick to Cameroon to be taken by Magida rather. Get to the far side. Avom unable to get to the ball. It's been cleared. Hey, Baleba, be careful. Huh? It's picked up by Ibrahim Diaz. That's played by Nagida. He's Namaso. Kofan. Kofan loses the ball so easily, man. Picked up by Mazra. Sorry, that's not Mazra. That's Hakimi. Ikanus. Cameroon seem to have started a bit brighter in this second half. They clearly now want to maybe pass through the lanes. It's actually a good thing because you have like three central midfielders. You have Avon, Baleba, and Namaso. So you can actually control the game way better. Especially now if you inform one of the central defenders to now step into the sixth position and just allow Baleba, Avom, and Namaso to go up front. Yeah, can clearly see Cameroon have come out buzzing in this second half, which is actually a good thing. I like it. That is what should happen. You don't just sit back and wait to be destroyed, man. In a back three, also can press someone like Alan without leaving holes in the back. True, very true. With two center backs, you get destroyed. So actually, it more or less depends. Look at how okay, Liverpool are the ones that actually kind of look very exposed. But look at how Arsenal play, especially with those two central defenders. Also, look at how City play. They don't really look that exposed. Yeah. Also, look at how PSG play as well. Look at Bayern. Ay, 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 ay. Hope that guy is okay. Oh, no. But must also be another serious injury for Avo, man. But at least he's back on his feet. But see, at the same time, Prince, if you look at most teams, why do they still play with a back four? It's because they still trust their system. They know they are still gonna create enough cover. Because I've seen pass. Best case in point. Look at the game between 2 days ago between Brighton and Man City. The one that ended 1-1. Could clearly see that yes, Haaland was not really a threat because Brighton were keeping him quiet and actually try and man mark him out of the game. Happening with Minaj and Brighton College Labour, Carlos Blaba. Happening with Minaj and Brighton College. What does that mean? What does that mean? What's happening with Manila and Brighton's Carlos? Yeah. Okay, Baleba, there is a chance that he might be on his way to United. But the price tag is the one that is very, very hefty. Yeah, Brighton have said they'll only let him go for at least maybe 90 million pounds and above, which to me is kind of very, very exaggerated. That's a very, very inflated price because nowadays, back in the day, 90 million pound players are maybe people like who? Maybe De Bruyne at his peak, maybe a Bernardo Silva, who else? Maybe a Lampard or a Steven Gerrard back in the day, but clearly not somebody like a Baleba. 90 million. It's a lot of money. But I know this club do know that these clubs will pay. The ones that I do and the player will pay. Because look at Mbuemo's price tag. Mbuemo's bought for, was it 70 or 73 million pounds? Can you actually say that that was merited? You don't really know. But you see, it was off the back of a very wonderful, impressive campaign for Brentford. So yeah, basically, I don't think he's gonna go this season. Maybe in the summer, because United's priority right now is to secure a manager first. Because getting a player right now not really gonna do good. We don't really know who the coach is, because he might bring on a Baleba, and then you get maybe a coach like Enrique or Xavi Alonso, and then they say, you know what, I don't really see how a Baleba fits into my system. Just giving an example. I'm not saying that that might be the case, but you might realize that that might happen. Baliba, to Koto. Yakufane on the attack. You're gonna get to it. Nope, he's not. Ah, come on, man. A foul by Cameroon. Now Cameroon were unable to capitalize, eh? Of course, you know that you start touching the player from while he's very close to his goal. He's going to be just gonna go down. Bemo was how much? Yeah, I think was between 72 and 75 million pounds. And can you honestly say that that was merited? Because nowadays prices are so inflated. Yeah, these prices are way inflated. In fact, there's one calculator that I was using a while back, where you can actually go and maybe check. You calculate inflated price tags, footballing transfer price tags, like based on that inflation calculator, the 80 million pounds that was spent on Cristiano Ronaldo from Manu to Madrid would actually be around 125 million pounds today. So can you actually say that Cristiano Ronaldo back then was actually the same price as a Florian Wirtz? That was actually the same. That was actually the price tag of Florian Wirtz and Alexander Isak. Alexander Isak was bought at around 122 million. So can you honestly say that Ronaldo and Alexander Isak are valued at the same price? Exactly. You don't be 1 billion today. Nah. Here you go. 1 billion is a lot, 1 billion is a lot. Maybe. Another example. Look at the other one here. PSG buying Neymar from Madrid, from Barcelona to 20 million euros. Really? And was he actually worth it? No, not even close. Because it's not like they only won the league, They never won a Champions League. That's why I tell you, whenever now you you move away from your very huge money, whatever, what superstars, that's when I maybe have a chance of winning some of these things. Because look at what PSG did. They immediately said, you know what, we don't want to keep Mbappe here. He can go. He's surplus to requirements. His contract is up. Let him go. And immediately, the season that they do let him go, they go on to win the Champions League. Something that Mbappe was chasing at PSG. Now that he's gone to Madrid, somebody might actually think it might be easier for him to win the Champions League. But it's not that easy, guys. It's not that easy. But let me look for that calculator. Transfer prices. Inflation. Calculator. The transfer index, or which, let me check this other one. Yeah, so basically you key in a figure and then you select the season, El Kabi, what the heck is he doing? He's behaving like he's already controlled the ball, So enter amount, maybe go 80 million, 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Select year 2025. Let's see. £80 million. So Ebimbe has been taken off to be replaced by Kudu. Hey man. So why do you take off a player that you actually substituted on, that you actually brought on a while back? Sometimes these decisions, man. His coach has made the exact same change that he made in the round of 16 game against South Africa. In that case, he took off Yongo and replaced him with, was it Naginda? Nagida, rather. So, he's made the exact same change again. I don't know why he keeps doing that, eh? So, Mazarawi coming forward. Mm-hmm. Yep. What is that? Is that inflation calculator? So, turned over is El Canus. El Canus coming forward is Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz. Yeah, happy to concede the corner. Hakimi into the box. Ah, head over the bar, man. Ah, unlucky. Uh-huh. Ish. Yeah, this Saibari cuts inside to the box. Cleared by Avom. Now recycled by Gea. Again into Hakimi. Brahim Diaz, player of the tournament so far, man. Goal after goal after goal. Deflector! Kabi! That should have been over the line. It wasn't. Ah, yeah. Was the ball over the line? No, it wasn't. The referee's watch would have buzzed anyway. Let me check this. Ibrahim Diaz, the best player of the tournament. Yes, he is, man. Yeah, he's clearly playing his heart out, eh? Based on aye, that ball was over the line. There's no goal line technology. What the hell? Okay. It's actually off his arm, so would not have stood. Clearly the ball hit his arm. They might need to go to our check for that Moroccan play. They might need to go to the hour check for that Morocco play Cameroon clearer. Ah, they don't have to cause the ball actually hit his arm. Can clearly see when he was falling over, he flung his arm like this, and the ball hit his arm. And there's one now the one that's the movement of the ball. Now it made the ball now move towards the goal. So it's clearly not gonna be reviewed by VAR because whenever you touch the ball in the box, regardless of whether you are attacking or maybe the ball is headed going in your way, it's not gonna be given as a penalty. Sorry, the goal, the review is not gonna go your way, and at the same time, you actually score a goal, but in the build-up, you actually handled the ball. It's also not gonna be given. So this Namaso brought four down by El Anui. And I don't know what happened. Why is it that he's not really trusting Amrabat? Seems like after playing 2 games at the beginning, Amrabat has not featured again, no? Amrabat has not featured again, man. No, they may need to check. Okay. Mbuemo, 70 million. Yep. I think Cunha was the one who was 71 or 72. And then, of course, Sesko, I think Sesko was 73. It's a lot of money, guys. And here, Hudu into the box. Cleared. It's now with El Canus. Unable to find Brahim Diaz. Let me look for that calculator. I've actually had a good calculator. I don't know where disappeared off to because a very good calculator that now adjusts any price tag that you key in for inflation, factoring in the year. Buemo loses out. He says Zalzuli. Zalzuli head down. Zalzuli. This is a Kabi. Should be offside. Yeah, should be offside. Yeah, El Canus was clearly in an offside position, eh? Yeah, I should have clearly left it for. I should have left it for the guy, man. His teammate. But his teammate was clearly in an onside position, eh? El Kanu seems to be down. Yep, he's gonna be replaced by Amrabat. Thank you. At least finally Amrabat is coming on. Eh? I had missed this guy. I was wondering when does he actually play, man? And also Nesri about to come on as well, eh? And of course it's gonna be a like for like, eh? Because El Nesri is gonna come on to replace El Kabi. Buemo. Ah. What? Referee. Eh. No, I will not be surprised if there are rumors that came out after this game that game is actually fixed. Because the decisions are actually going Morocco's way. Hey, it's peak, man. It's quite peak. So Amrabat is gonna come on for El Canus, eh? Let me see. So El Kabi being taken out to be replaced by El Nesri. So El Kanous has also been taken out to be replaced by Amrabat. It seems like Amrabat is just gonna sit, of course, in the hole, and then El Nesri is the one who's gonna now maybe look to get Mbuemo. Yeah, Mbuemo. Oh no, Mbuemo, please do not get injured, man. Manchester United need you. Aye, he may have been kicked, eh? Okay. Did he actually flying his leg towards, or rather foot towards Masina? Or was it the other way around? Okay, Vieira have a serious decision here. He's a great striker. Yeah, yes, he is. And I've always wondered, why don't they start with him? Why don't they start with him? They're always just wanting to start with El Kabi every now and El Kabi doesn't do jack. Doesn't do jack, man. Doesn't do anything. This game. So, anyway, maybe they want to get to the final, semi-final, maybe see whether they can actually now start playing better players, eh? Because, like I said, ever since the first two games of this AFCON for Morocco, Amrabat has been dropped. He's now maybe just coming off the bench. But this El Kabi fella has just been playing in every game, man. Like he's the guaranteed starter. And he's not even had a single goal, man. Iscoto, back to Baleba. I will not give up. I'll keep looking for that calculator until I find it. It's a very good calculator, guys. It's a corner to Morocco. For fun, cross in the box. Save fans for Bono. Hey, man. Mm-hmm. Hey. But anyway, at least Cameroon have been able to peg back Morocco in this second half. Hasn't been like the first half where it was all Morocco from start to finish. But at least they've been able to at least put in a decent attacks. But unfortunately, still have yet to work Bono. Bono is still very relaxed back there, man. Is Mbuemo, tackle by Mazraoui. It's gonna be a corner. The box. Yeah. Kodu, man. So just too strong for him, man. Yeah. Brahim Diaz tackled. Hmm. Brahim Diaz, take it easy, man. Let's not let this game just degenerate into a farce. Hey, ouch. It's gonna be painful, huh? The guys are appealing for. Appealing to the referee telling him, oh, I didn't do anything, bro. I did not do anything, bro. So it's a free kick to Morocco. Are they gonna kill this game off? I think Kirby scored that bicycle kick. Oh, in the first game, eh? He did. I might need to go and refresh. Anyway, let's look at this free kick. Free kick. El Zazul into the box. This is a Kumari. Goal! Saibari! Yeah! Cameroon dead and buried now. Cameroon dead and buried. They are going home. Ah, yeah. Ah, Morocco. Yes. Have clearly now solidified their grip over this game, eh? Yeah, it's over. Yep, it's over. Yeah. Clearly, because Cameroon are not really creating anything. They are not really working the goalkeeper. At the same time, they've just been having half chances, eh? Just decent moments, but they're not really creating clear-cut chances. Just like that, Morocco, after being a bit second best in this second half, managed to secure the second goal. So a bit of cushion for Morocco now. Eh? So it's over now. It's over. It's over. It's over now, man. Buemo, yep, should go back to United ASAP, man. At least back before they play the Manchester derby, because as you know, Manchester do play Manchester City next week on Saturday. So if Mbeumo at least is eliminated in this at this stage, it means that he's gonna be back for that Manchester derby. So I'm sure maybe United fans would want him back. Eh? I personally also want him back for the game against Man City. Now that this guy is gone, called Amorim. I want to see Manchester's performance without Mbeumo for a while. Well, it's not gonna happen now because Mbeumo should be coming back because his team is being eliminated. As it stands, they are gonna be eliminated. So it means that Mbeumo is gonna be going back to Manchester. Well, they have not really been playing that bad without him, but they have also not been good either. Let's just say you can't really know whether Mbeumo is on the team or not, because of course it was Ruben Amorim's team, eh? And of course, you know Ruben Amorim, the way he plays, man. This guy is anti-football. Kofan, what a very poor performance today, man. Completely marked out of the game. Replaced by Etang Efong. Onana also coming on to replace Baleba. Onana coming on to replace Baleba. So at least these players will now go back and represent their clubs, eh? Because now their tournament ends here. Ita Eyong comes on to replace Kofan. Yep, can clearly see Morocco have been so comfortable in this second half, especially from a defensive point of view, cause clearly not having much to do, eh? So we're not really seeing the Cameroon like do attack after attack after attack. It's not like these guys Morocco are just busy defending their goal line. They're just all sat back. They just keep clearing off the line. Keepers just keeping them in this game. No, so far have they even had a shot on target? Cameroon, nope, no shot on target, man. So what do you expect? I don't think they've had a shot on target. Have they? Yeah, facts. In fact, after 73 games, actually, not 70, after almost 80 minutes of play, Cameroon are yet to have a shot on goal. They've only had 3 total shots, while Morocco have had 7. So you can clearly see a better team there in terms of chances created. Yeah, of course, if the game was still 0-0, you'd think that Cameroon will still be pressing Morocco to get the winner. No, they'll be happy to keep it as it is. That's why that goal from Morocco was actually a good thing, because that's what you do whenever you play teams that are underdogs, because you know they're just going to want to sit back and maybe try and get a result. But now if you actually score early, now you force them to come out and play. Anyway, guys, make sure you are liking the video and, of course, subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If it's your first time on this channel, please make sure you smash a like on the video and, of course, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Yes, please do me that awesome favor of subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. This guy seems to be hurt. I hope he's gonna be okay. Man, I've been unable to get that calculator, man. Let me see if I can get it from my history search, Yeah, I'm still on that, man. I just want to show you guys what some of those prices are a bit crazy, Yep, 10 minutes of 10 minutes left, 10 minutes left for Cameroon to find 2 goals. I don't know from where. I don't know how they get 2 goals in this game, Cameroon are not gonna score. This game is over. This game is over. As Prince rightfully put it, this game is over. Finito. Completely created nothing whatsoever. Nothing. Nothing. Yes, they might boss Morocco in terms of possession, but what is that gonna get? What has that gotten you? Nothing. Yes, you have more passes completed, but for what purpose? If maybe 200 passes would amount to a goal, then I'm sure you'd at least have one by now. Mbumo, Avom, Zimbumo again. To the far side. Nagida. Blocked. Fuck. The box. It just goes wide. Very easy for these guys, man. Very easy for Morocco. Have been completely. What's the word? They have been on the beach. Not really on the beach, but they have not been troubled at all by this. Cameroonian team. These refs, yeah, true. That's why I said some of the officiating in this game has been really questionable. Because you could clearly see that so many 50-50s went against Morocco. It's like everything is conspiring to make them get all the way to the final, maybe eventually win the tournament. I don't know that's gonna be possible, but we'll see. El Zalzuli cuts inside. Was he fouled? Ah, another unnecessary foul given by the referee, man. Other Cameroon have just gifted another free kick to this Moroccan team. Did you guys actually come to play or come to concede fouls? Anyway, at least this Cameroonian coach can clearly see he's way more confident than people like Ten Hag, not Ten Hag, Scamorim, because Amorim, yes, he starts with a back three, other back five, and he still sticks to a back five. Even if he's losing, he will never take off a defender to bring on an attacker. But at least today you can clearly see that the Cameroonian coach has thrown caution to the wind. So El Zalzuli over the free kick. So El Zalzuli, let's see what he's gonna do here. El Zalzuli blocked by the wall. Recovered by Amrabat. Kicks it straight out of play. Da Young. Who are passing, man? Sometimes these players, I've kept on saying it every now and then. How can you be doing this thing for a living but you're never good at it? It's Brahim Diaz. It's Brahim Diaz, man. Doing a foul. The goal kick. Is it a goal kick or a free kick? Yeah, it's gonna be a goal kick. Saibari goal scorer being taken off. To be replaced by who? It's called Osman. So Osman comes on to replace Saibari. Zazuli also been taken off. It's actually Saibari has been taken off to be replaced by Rahimi. Then of course El Zazuli has also been taken off to be replaced by Osman. Yes. It's actually Osama. Yeah. Yeah, Cameroon's attacking but that has completely been nullified by this Moroccan team, Yeah, they have been outmatched at everything. Style of play, formation, system, attacking intent, desire, work rate, everything, man. Even chances created. Let's say they're gonna register their first shot on target in the 88th minute. Wow. Mbumo to the box. Udu, Mbumo, Mbumo shot. Blocked. And Mbumo loses out. Mazraoui, key for S3, but not gonna get to it. Keeper came out early and got the ball. Then rather than at least try and consolidate the attack, you bring the player down. Ah, this team, man. This Cameroon team, man. Yeah, Brahim Diaz. Yeah, just take him off now. Just take him off. Yeah, yeah, just take him off. No need to risk it. So Brahim Diaz being brought off to be replaced by Igamane. Sheesh. Brahim Diaz clearly carrying this team. Yeah, he's the one doing the business, man. He creates and he also scores the goals, man. I can clearly see why he plays for Real Madrid. What's going on? Offside. Yeah, we're gonna have 5 minutes of added time. Yeah, it's clearly not be enough. And this more or less looks like feels like the game where even if Cameroon were told to play until tomorrow, they still would not score. Feels like that game. And yeah, eventually Cameroon bow out of this tournament. Yeah, there's no way they're scoring 2 goals. And they know it. They know it. What do you expect, man, with the negative tactics? This issue of wanting to always relying on plan B, plan B, plan B. So that is how Cameroon have thrived in this tournament. They're just relying on plan B. On plan A is ping balls forward towards Kofane and Mumo. If that does not work, let's go for plan B. Plan B is we're going to take off one central defender and bring on an attacker or a midfielder. That is what excuse me, that's what they've done in all the games. Mumo surrounded by 3 players. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder, where was all this urgency for Cameroon in the first half? As soon as they conceded, where was all this urgency? They now want to have a lot of urgency in the 90th minute. But where was all this when they needed the goals? Sometimes that's why I question some of these footballers, man. Because you can clearly see the intensity is so high whenever they are chasing a game in their last 5 minutes. But now if you are to tell them to do the exact same thing, even if they are to concede early, they won't. They say, you know what, we still have the second half. We still have time, man, to equalize. Yep, have time to equalize. There you go. You're out of the tournament now, because you are very, very fearful. Hmm Uh-huh. In your corner, taken to the box. It's cleared. So many numbers back there for Morocco. Eh? Mazraoui, that's a foul. What? Did I fall on a dive or what? Oh, it's a free kick rather. So, free kick to Cameroon to be taken by Mbuemo doesn't really matter now. Eh? Even if they are to score now, are they gonna get a second goal? No. Anyway, Mbuemo over the free kick for Cameroon. Mbuemo to the box. Cleared by Aguirre. Cleared by Mazraoui. Only as far as Mbumo. Mbumo is crowded out. Amrabat is now with Mbumo. Mbumo, wrong option. Come on, Mbumo. Just check back onto your left foot, eh? Mbumo to the box. Oh my goodness. The easiest catch that Bono has had all night. Just like that. Picked it out of the air. Just like that. So easy, man. Yep. That ball as far as you can, man. Get it out of here. The ball's out of play, man. All this urgency because they're just chasing 2 goals. But now when they were chasing 1 goal, there was no urgency. There you go. Serves you right, man. Serves you right. Refuse to play, what do you expect? Yep. As soon as Bono kicks this ball upfield, referee's gonna blow for full time, eh? Yep, final whistle has gone. Morocco into the semi-final. Morocco into the semi-finals. Yes. They clearly want this title, eh? They clearly want this title, eh? And they are not joking around, eh? Not like other countries, eh? They are clearly not joking around, eh? They want this title. In fact, this is the best time for them to win it, eh? Because they are the highest ranking African country in terms of FIFA rankings, and they are playing this tournament at home. So, what better time for them to actually secure the victory? So, anyway, it's been a very, very poor performance from Cameroon. For me, I've always wondered why teams just want to go all gung ho. As soon as they have conceded 1 or 2 goals, that's when they realize that they need to have more urgency and try to get an equalizer. But apparently, when the score was still at 0-0, they are just happy to keep it as it is. Anyway, it's fine. Game's over. Cameroon out. Yes, another West African country falls by the wayside. I think we only have now 2 West African countries. Actually, 3: Senegal, Nigeria, and Ivory Coast. Against 3 North African countries in Morocco, Egypt, and Algeria. So we're gonna see how it goes. We are honestly gonna see how it goes. So tomorrow, same time, same place. Please, guys, tune in for the watch along. Also gonna be covering the 2 games tomorrow. We have Egypt versus Ivory Coast. That is actually one of the biggest games of the tournament. And also now we're gonna have Algeria versus Nigeria. Another big game right there, man. In fact, those 2 games, man. Ish. I can't call. I can't call them, man. I honestly cannot call them. I would just have to watch the games as I did today and hope that at least we'll be able to decide who actually wins. But if I was to pick, uh, I think Nigeria might be a little bit too strong for Algeria because of the firepower that they have up front. They have hey the system that they're playing. Therefore, it's actually 4-3-1-2 system that Nigeria are playing, where they have Iwobi, Ndidi, and Chukwueze in midfield. And then, of course, Lukman, and then Adams and Osimhen. But I hear that Adams was given permission by the Nigerian camp to travel home. His mother is sick, so they gave him at least time off to go and be with her. So I don't know whether he's gonna come back. So maybe they will just have to look for somebody else to fill in the shoes. These Cameroonian players are crying. What are you crying for? If you had actually given a good showing of yourselves in this game, if you had actually gone out there and played from start to finish, and then you lose, okay, the tears clearly merited. But why are you crying? You're crying after having played so poorly. Then you're here shedding tears. Oh, what happened? Oh. Get out here, man. Ahmad is on fire. Yeah, he's on fire, man. He's on fire. In fact, that game, for me, that's actually one of the hardest games to call, eh? Because it can go either way. That game can clearly go either way. In fact, I would not be surprised if it goes all the way to penalties. I would not be surprised if Egypt and Ivory Coast go all the way to penalties, because that game, game is gonna be peak, man. That game is going to be peak. And I hope it's gonna live up to the hype, man. Let's hope we never, ever, ever, ever get to see a Mali versus Senegal type of game again. Let's hope we never have to witness any of that game ever again, because, in fact, sometimes you feel like, you know what, maybe we would have done something else, because some games, man, are just so dead. So dead. But let's hope that tomorrow's game are going to be epic. Like I said, the games are gonna start at first game is gonna start at 1900 hours Kenyan time. The other game is also gonna start at 2200 hours, same as today. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being part of the watch along. The likes of Prince, Shelmith, who else was there? Actually, Prince, yeah. So Morocco will play Nigeria on the semi-final. No, yes. Actually, that's they're on the same bracket. Eh? They are on the same bracket. Same bracket. Are they? Yeah, because on the other side we have Senegal awaiting the victor between Egypt and Cote d'Ivoire. So yeah, so it might be Morocco, Nigeria semi-final. My goodness, it's gonna be peak. Wow, this guy is inconsolable, man. Sometimes these players, man. Honestly, okay, so I know it's your livelihood, but at the same time, man, at least give yourself a chance by being on the front foot from start to finish. So now you are here crying, shedding tears in front of the entire world on national television because you've lost, and in the manner in which you've lost is so poor, man. You clearly did not even lay a single glove, not even a glove, even a single finger on Morocco. Bono had the easiest game ever of his life, man. Just picking the balls from the air like this. Easiest game for Morocco, man, at this tournament. In fact, I think Comoros even gave them a game, eh? That these Comoros at some point, they even scored, no? Their keeper had actually saved a penalty. But for Cameroon, man, then now you see these players crying, Maze, they are so inconsolable. Oh man, we have lost. Oh, what are we gonna do? Man, it might be my last tournament. But did you show up? Did you show up to play? Did you stand up to be counted? Did you stand up to actually prove to the rest that, you know what, we're not here based on a fluke. We're here because we want to at least win this tournament. So that is a fully deserved victory for Morocco. You can't really tell me that Cameroon deserve anything from that game. Sometimes even think that maybe Cameroon might have been playing with 10 men. Anyway, yes, those are some of the things that actually in sports that actually do kind of piss me off, because you have teams that refuse to play at all, and then whenever now things become peak, things become hectic. Well, now when they are losing, that's when now they realize, oh man, we need to go on the front foot. Cameroon try again in 2 years. Ah no, Cameroon is done, man. Cameroon is done. They are a fallen giant now. They are done. So their last tournament that they won was way back in 2017, and since then they've just been having stinker upon stinker at AFCON. So 2027, I don't really fancy Cameroon. So that tournament is gonna be held in Kenya, Ghana, and Tanzania. So maybe the likes of Mane will have already be retired, Salah. So maybe you're gonna see new breed, Or maybe it might be the start of the Moroccan era. Remember, like I said in the other stream, Egypt had won AFCON 3 times in a row from 2006 to 8 through to 2010. So it might also be the Moroccan era. Maybe who knows? If Morocco do win this and they had already won Chan, then I don't see how anybody's gonna dislodge them from that position and maybe take that title away from them. Because come 2027, yeah, remember that in a similar tournament that was hosted in Kenya, Ghana, and Tanzania, they actually won that tournament. So of course they are familiar with the terrain, they're familiar with the weather, they're also familiar with how things are. So not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be hard for them. So they are clear favorites, man. They are clear favorites because honestly expected Senegal to show a little bit more in this tournament, but unfortunately they have not done so at all. In fact, somebody might actually say that they may have fluked their way into the semi-final. Was that the Zaki Mohamed Zidane era? Yes, it was. It was. Yazaki, Abutrika. There was also Mido. There's also El Hadari, the goalkeeper. We had a very wonderful team, Had a very wonderful team. Who else was there? Who else was in that team? Can I remember? I know, yes, there's Mohamed Zidane. Yeah, the guy who used to, whenever he'd score, he'd actually take off his shoe and then just start juggling it like this. Zidane, yeah, Amri Azaki. Yeah, a wonderful team, man. El Hadari, the goalkeeper. Yeah, Mido, the striker. There's also somebody else. Keep forgetting. Was it Abutrika? Abutrika? I think Abutrika was also part of that team, Let me check. Yeah, I think Abutrika was part of that team, Yeah, he was. Abutrika was part of that team. Yeah, this guy, man. Yep, Abutrika, man. And I remember that team. But let me check. AFCON 2008 squad. Let me see whether I can remember these guys. Let me see whether I can remember these guys. Yes, El Hadari, El Mohammadi. Yes, that's the name I was trying to remember. El Mohammadi, Said, Shadi, Said, Fati, Rabo, Zidane, Moteb, Shaki, Gamal, El Sayed, Mowad. Yes, Mowad also very good, very clutch player. Shaban, Abdel Monsef, Hassan, Fadi, Zaki, Mustafa, Goma, Abutrika. Yes, Abutrika, Sovi, and Shehata. Yes, that was the team that won 208 AFCON. So clearly, yeah, that team was fire, man. That team was fire. And of course, that was their golden generation. Of course, the Salah generation has not been golden at all because Salah's Salah's generation of Egyptian players has not. Yeah, he hasn't been blessed with the best players. I think it's only been maybe Trezeguet and Mamouche. The rest, you can't really call them clutch. So, anyway, guys, thank you so much for being part of this watch along. This we've been here right from the beginning up to this hour. There was one year when Bergner destroyed everyone with betrayal and Barnes. Oh man, I don't remember that. Which year was that? Do you know the year? Do you know the year, Prince? I don't honestly know which year that was. Yeah, but I also know, yeah, Burkina Faso, yes. There was also a powerhouse in Africa back then, Burkina Faso was also a very, very good team, yeah? Yeah. In fact, in Africa, the reason why I call them good is because also based on AFCON performance and also the way they set up. Because Burkina Faso, good. The team that actually the African, the ones that have actually fallen off, I think for me, Cameroon, clearly fallen off. They are clearly a shadow of the team that won back-to-back AFCONs in 2000 and 2002. Then, of course, there was also which team is this? Yeah, Ghana as well. Yeah, Ghana. Unfortunately, Ghana's golden generation more or less coincided with Egypt's, and now they couldn't win the AFCON. So maybe they are gonna get it someday. But for Ghana, clearly that's a team that has fallen off the wagon completely. Don't know whether the issue is political or what. Are you streaming both games tomorrow? Yes, of course. Just like today. Yep, just like today. In fact, tomorrow's games are the ones that are clutch, man. Hey, those games, man. Please, do tune in for those games. Those are the games to do. Because these ones, for today, games were a bit more or less straightforward. Mali, Senegal, honestly expected maybe Senegal to win it easily, but of course not in the manner that they did. So that was a very, very dead game. This one I expected Morocco at least to have too much for Cameroon because, like I said, Cameroon, the way they set up their system, their shape, it's all wrong, man. It's all wrong. Maybe it's because they do that because they lack the technical players in the middle to actually now maybe spray the ball and maybe collect it and maybe move move forward as they progress into the final third. But at least they have the Balebas. And now he can't play by himself. Baleba is not. Can you actually call him a deep lying player maker? I think you can. You can actually call him a defensive midfielder. He's also a deep lying player maker. That's why today, whenever you'd get the ball, you'd have like 3 Moroccan players swarming around him. So, yeah. So, definitely, today's games way low quality compared to tomorrow's. Let me not just jinx it because I hope tomorrow's games are going to be clutch. Because honestly, I cannot stand another Mali Senegal game. Anyway, it's good at least that game was kind of early. Because maybe if that game was later, maybe around 10 or 11, it actually turned into a snooze fest, man. Yeah, you'd rather go and sleep than watch that game. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. The likes of Prince, Shelmit, and this other guy, I keep forgetting his name. Yes, Mr. Bradley in the comment section. Thank you for keeping the comment section lively. As always, if it's your first time here on the stream and you're not yet subscribed, please make sure that you in fact do subscribe to the channel. And of course, turn on the notification bell so that you can be alerted whenever we do go live. So, as I said, Prince, yes, you're going to stream the games tomorrow. They're going to be starting at 7 p.m. we're gonna be locked and loaded, ready to do those games, because tomorrow's games are gonna be interesting. So yeah, I'm just gonna sign off from here. Let's hope that you guys are gonna have a wonderful evening into Saturday morning. Whatever you intend to do, hopefully you're gonna keep safe. And let's meet tomorrow for the other watch along, because of course those games are going to be epic. So let's see what is gonna happen tomorrow, because tomorrow is gonna be clutch. Anyway, guys, make sure you have a wonderful evening. See you tomorrow. Peace.